the sound is on. My first ever trip alone on a motorcycle. Starting point in Linköping, Sweden. And this is my new Royal Enfield Himalayan. I really need a tank bag because this backpack is going to give me a sore back. And I do not want that. Let's turn this on as well. Is it recording? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Ooh. Bye-bye, house. I got everything. Turn it on. Oh, no. Alright. Let's start it up. Alright. I'm off. Take it easy on the gravel. Bye bye to the neighbors. Woohoo! I'm going. I've been wanting to do this trip for a very, 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 very long time. Oh yeah, and I should probably introduce this video. Introduction to this is I am going to Italy. From Sweden to Italy. This is gonna be my very first of all, moto vlog in general. This is going to be a vlog of my trip. I've been super inspired. Just all these like female moto vloggers who go on adventure trips. And let me close the visor. I've wanted to do a similar kind of trip myself. And so, yeah, I finished my school. I had some money saved from my scholarships to Germany. And so now I'm finally going to do it. Why Italy? The original idea was that I was supposed to take my very own Ducati Monster. But if you've been following my Instagram account, probably not a lot of people, but on my Instagram account you can see that when I was ready to get it road inspected to get it legal here in Sweden, somehow I don't know what happened, if it was like I was stressed or a lot of personal things have been happening now during this time. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't fix the lighting or even look at it before I was going to do the inspection, but point of the story, I didn't check the lighting if it was working, and also my motorcycle had problems starting. It's a pretty old bike, it's from 97, so it usually has a tough time starting. But I had it at a mechanic like 2 weeks before I was supposed to get it inspected, so I started then, and I was just like, okay, great, then it starts. But on the day of the inspection, oh my gosh, I don't know if you guys can hear me now, but it's pretty windy. But on the day of the inspection, it didn't start, and also all the lighting didn't start. So I was devastated, I was really sad, and like embarrassed and mad at myself, and yeah, and so then I figured, I was like, okay, do I want to put even more money on an old Ducati to take it to Italy where it might break down again, or do I invest that kind of money into a new motorcycle that's a little bit more reliable, that you won't have to be scared it's going to stop or fail on you? Guess which bike I bought? I bought a Royal Enfield Himalayan from 2019. But all the wiring works, it's fully road legal, it had a service done at the place in Gothenburg where I bought it. So I booked a train ticket, I went to Gothenburg and stayed at my sister's place, and then I went and looked at the bike, and I had a lot of hours just like thinking, and I was talking to people selling it, and I talked to my parents and my friends, and I was just kind of like, oh, should I buy this bike? It's almost like half of, no, it's more than half of my chunk of money that I saved. And everyone was just like, yeah, let's just do it. You have to go on this trip. Like, you really, really have to go on this trip now. So just buy it and go. And so that's what I did. I bought the bike, and lucky because while I was figuring out if I was going to buy it or not, they already had a couple. I'm so sorry to you guys if you ever watch this and you recognize the bike and you're like, hey, that's the bike that we were going to buy. But they were just about to buy it, and they were on hold because the guy who was selling it was still like, well, he had put me, there was another guy before me first, but he never showed up. Then there was me, second in line, and then it was them. So if I had told them that I wanted to wait, they would have sold it to them. So I was very lucky. I got this bike. I'm on my way to Italy. Oh yeah, and I should probably introduce myself. I'm not going to tell my whole life story, but I'm just going to introduce myself. My name is Adina. I am 20-something. I'm 27. Yes, I do know my own age. I'm not going to talk about my whole riding experience in this vlog because I want to do a second one for that. But I can say that I haven't been riding for very, very long. It's just, and I haven't had my license for very long. This is not my first trip though. I have been on 2 different motor camping, motor traveling trips before. One to Norway and then one to Gotland, which is like an island on the eastern side of Sweden. This is my very first gravel. Yeah, I'm not an experienced rider at all, so we'll see how this goes. Motorcycles has just become sort of like, okay, I can't lie, it's become quite an obsession, but also like it gives me so much joy. This, like, look at this, I haven't even gone like what, 20 minutes and I'm still amazed and happy. And I hope that this audio is going to be good. I've only tested it a little bit. Oh wow, look at that castle. And I hope you guys can see. I'm kind of short, so I hope not all you see is this windshield. Otherwise, I apologize ahead of time. This, like I said, this is my very first moto vlog. A new bike. First road trip alone. I'm probably gonna mess up a few things. I hope everything goes sort of well. I don't want everything to go smoothly because then the whole point of this trip, one of the points is just like to take a breather and have fun and travel, and then the second thing is that I really want adventure. Like I want to experience things. Maybe not extreme things like robberies or, you know, natural disasters. I wouldn't want that, but I don't know. I want to meet new people, and I want to try to learn new words in a different language, and I want to experience different cultures and see new places. That I'm looking forward to this so much, and I'm so happy. Oh, and by the way, shout out to Ahlqvist MC in Gothenburg who sold it to me, and the 2 guys there who helped me. I'm so sorry, but I don't remember your names. But it was so fun to hear about your guys' travels, and that you gave me so many tips before this ride, and yeah, I really, really appreciate it. It was really fun talking to you, and super great that I got this bike. This is a second-hand bike. It had like a couple of scratches. You probably dropped it. They couldn't say exactly what it was, but it was like on the tank, so it's fine. The only other thing that I would say that I'm a little bit skeptical about is sometimes when it's cold, when you put in first gear and then you let the clutch out, it will stall. It will just stop. So before I left from Gothenburg to go to Linköping to my mom, I went back to the place where I bought it, and I was like, what am I doing wrong? Is there something wrong with the battery? And they were like, no, it's fully charged. So the only thing that I I just have to they told me that I just have to get to know the bike, because you have to sort of pull the throttle a lot more than what I'm used to. Like on my Ducati, I don't do that. But you just have to kind of rev it more. And I was really afraid, because I thought, I've been reading that you should not rev a cold engine. That's what I've been taught. So I was kind of afraid to pull the throttle more than what I'm used to. But they told me that it was fine. So if a professional mechanic from a Honda dealer says that it's fine, I still trust them more than I trust myself. So yeah, everything else has worked fine. So yeah, I'm gonna pause the filming now because this is boring road. Welcome back to the show. As you can see, I've traveled a little bit. I've traveled past Kisa, and now I'm really close to Eksjö. The thing about Sweden is that we have something called like all man's right, allemansrätt, and it means all land is everyone's land, and you can basically be wherever you want. You don't have to ask permission for the landowner. Obviously, if you go like in somebody's backyard, you have to ask. But like, let's say there's a farmer and he owns huge wood, or like a big landscape with a field. You have a right to you can go there and you can camp there and stay there for the night, as long as you leave. I'm gonna overtake this one. As long as you leave the place as you found it, so you can't like poop there and then just leave poop, or like a fire, like you have to put out the fire and stuff like that. Okay, we're going in the roundabout. So this is Eksjö. It doesn't look like much, a lot of gas station. I filled up in Kisa, so now I have a full tank. And also, I should probably, like, this first video, I'm probably just gonna like blabber, because I don't really have a plan. Cool things that I've noticed, and some little bit more wacky things. One of those things are like that when you fill up, I don't know if it's like on all motorcycles. If you fill up the tank and start the ignition, I think it should show that it's full almost like automatically. But when I did that, it kind of like took a little while for it to rise up onto full. Right now, I don't know if you can see, but it's full right now. So now my new route is going to be Sweden, Denmark, then quite a lot of Germany, and I skipped the Netherlands, and then make like 1 or 2 stops, maybe 1 or 2 days in Belgium, and then I have a few stops in France. Mostly I'm going to be on the east side of France, so I'll come in from the north and then quickly move on to the east, to a few cities in the east, and then go down to the French Alps, and then go along the beach, like the coast of France, and then into Italy. I was supposed to turn here. No! Okay, I can turn the next one. In Italy, I'm supposed to meet up with a relative. Actually, I haven't asked her yet, but I don't think it's a problem. But I'm going to write to her tonight and tell her that I'm coming to Italy, and wonder if I can stay with them for like maybe 1 or 2 nights. Oh, brake. Whew. Oh no, what is this? I picked a really tiny route, but it's cute. Okay, let's do this. I wanted off-road and adventure, that's what I said, and adventure I got, but this isn't off-road. Jesus, this is like paved and everything, but it's pretty cute and small, and now you can probably hear me a lot better. Anyways, yeah, so I'm going to text her and see her if I can stay with her and her husband She's a really cool person. She's a designer and an architect, and they have a super cool home. I'm a garment technical designer. Not a lot of people know what that is. Let's see, we're going right here. Nobody's coming there. Wow, this is such a cute little road. It was good that I didn't take the other one. This is so much cuter. And we didn't lose a lot of time either. So I really love fabrics and sewing and, you know, creating things, clothes. I'm not a designer. I really am not. I don't really have that kind of eye, but I love making patterns for a design. What's it called? I'm going to open my visor because it's really warm. The person who makes all the sizing charts. Basically everything that has to do with fit and form, cutting out the fabric and making sure that everything fits. That's basically what I do. I'm not super good at it, but I've been just finished and graduated a 2-year education program for that, and that's what I want to work with. My dream, surprise, was to work with motorcycle gear for women. I interned at John Doe in Germany, but I kind of feel like after that internship it just felt kind of like I don't know, it just feels kind of like, first of all, that women's wear isn't very versatile. Like, it's just a few size ranges, and I wish it could have been like more size ranges, since I really like fit and form. This looks like a bicycle route. All right, my engine is pretty loud now, so I'm going to do like this. I'm going to try and just take the small routes. So I'm not going to be a fast traveler. That's why I picked the Himalayan in the first place. I don't want to go fast. I want to take my time, and I want to see every place, and I want to, like, you know, take photographs and film and really document this journey. I don't really want to go into this too much because it's just really personal, but I've had quite a tough 2 years, and I've worked really, really, really hard, and so I just felt like this trip, I want this to be for me, and I want to take my time and feel like I am free to do what I want, that I have a choice, and, you know, just take care of myself. I wanted to do this for so long, but I put it off all the time, to finish my studies and a lot of personal things too, but now I'm finally on my way. Well, I actually haven't really planned out the route I want to take in Italy. So if I put out a video now before I get to Italy, I don't really know what order or how I will edit these videos, or like when I will release them into the world. I might actually do each country, so I'll do a first video on this little Sweden beginner trip, or actually maybe that's gonna take too long. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'll just figure it out.